Hi guys, so I am doing a little Christmas decoration cleanup. So stay tuned for a few tips and tricks that I have learned over the years and a few new ones for me this year that I learned on Pinterest. Okay, so my first tip, which I have done this for I don't know how many years, many years, is I go around my entire house and I gather up all my decorations with the exception of what's on the tree. I do the tree last, so I go around the house and I get all the decorations and I just pile them all on my table. So I have the one wreath I have outside my front door I'm going to leave out there. It's a real wreath, so we will probably take it this weekend when we dump the tree, and we'll just dump that as well. But that one I can use every year, so I have that. I just gathered all my stuff, and so I gathered all into one place, and this helps. Reason why I started this one year was because I had gathered everything, I started putting things away room by room, and I have completely forgotten about my bedroom. And so then I had all my decor put away, and then I had this bedroom stuff. I also used to put things in the little window next to my door. I have like a long skinny window next to my door. I always forgot those. So then the next year I was like, okay, I am just going to go room to room in my entire house, gather everything and put it all in one spot, and then I see what I have and I can put it away. So that is the first tip I have. The second tip I have is to use gallon-sized bags. So I know this can be kind of expensive at first, because as you can tell, I use these over and over again. You can see I have candle wax in here because I made the mistake one year of having glass jars in there with some candles, and they melted all over my container and everything. And so anyway, but you can tell I just use these year after year. Also, another thing I will do is, since I use freezer bags, I use these bags in my freezer for like vegetables and stuff like that when they're opened, and then I'll just put the whole package in here. So sometimes I save those in my freezer, so sometimes I'll just use those as well. So it's like I am using ones that have been used over and over again. So it's in a cost in the beginning, but these are so nice because you can shove so many of these into a Ziploc bag and flatten it out and without air, and then it lays really flat in my container. So that is another tip, is to use these. Now, something that here's one more tip. Hold on, let me grab my bin. Shelf above the wall there that's empty now. It has some Christmas stuff on there, but the stuff that normally lives on there is in this container. So I have some pictures, a lighthouse, some ships that my husband collects. So what my tip is, for one, is that to utilize your Christmas bins. So if you have bins that you normally put all your Christmas stuff in, instead of having another bin to put this stuff in, unload all your Christmas stuff, use the bins that you're going to be putting back on there. So now I pulled this bin out. I'll need it for the Christmas stuff, but it already has the stuff that goes on that shelf, so I can just take the stuff out of there, put it back on the shelf. I have one shelf redecorated for normal, household decor, and then this is empty to put in the Christmas stuff. So I have really two bins that I put Christmas stuff in, and so this is what I do with all of my bins. This next tip is a new one. This one, and then using an egg carton. So these I saw on Pinterest. These are the plastic containers that you get apples in at Costco. So I never save these, I just recycle them, but I did have one, and after I saw this in Pinterest, I made sure I saved one. I wish I would have saved one more because I could use it for some other stuff, but I'm going to Costco tomorrow, so I might pick up one more thing of apples if I need any. So anyway, what you can use this for, which is so beautiful because it's already, it's already in circles. So what you can use this for are, like, say, okay, I already have the container for this, so I don't need it, but here's like an example. If you have kind of a specialty Christmas ball or something, like I said, I do have a container for this. Somebody gave this to me, and you can just put it in there so it just shuts up. Here's another one. Here we go. Here's another one I don't have the box for anymore, so I can just stick that in there. It is plastic, so it's not a big deal, but so I normally just put this in a plastic Ziploc bag, which I say I'm going to do it again this year because I also, so this is all I saw on Pinterest. I thought, well, that's great because, you always have balls left over that maybe don't fit, or, that are, like I said, are specialty ones. I had a couple more, I'll show you. So like these, I do have places for these, but you know, here's an example. You know, you can just put, if you have any balls, you know, like this or like this that you bought that didn't come in a package, you could just put them in something like this. So what I'm going to use it for though, which I literally just discovered this morning as I was getting ready to film this video and put my decor away. So I have a bunch of these little guys, which are adorable in my opinion. So I thought, I was thinking, oh, these guys going to fit in here, and look, they do. These little guys fit in here. So I know it's going to take up a lot of room, and so I'm kind of going to play around with it and see where I can maximize my space, you know, the most. But see, I have, you know, like a little penguin, have my little reindeer guys, but I think that, and this is all I have, and I have one more. Now normally where these little guys live, I just put them in a Ziploc bag and just hope they don't get broken. Like, you know, my boxes, you know, have fallen and all kinds of stuff. But this year, look at this. Look how stinking adorable this works. This works so good. And I even, you know, these have little snaps on them where you can close them up. I might have to rearrange the ones here a little bit because they might be causing some trouble. But it is snapping. It's just hard to snap with one hand. So you see, so now I can lay this flat in the bottom of one of my containers, and all my little guys are protected for the year. So here's another tip. And then another one is using 8 cartons to house like little ornaments. But we don't use any little balls on our tree. But what we do have are, and here's another thing that could go in this container. Like, I don't have the box for this anymore. We buy an ornament every year as a family, and sometimes I try to save the boxes, but you guys know how that goes. They get broken over the years. So this little guy usually just goes in a Ziploc bag, so I can put him right in here. I have our little kitty cat. We have cats and dogs, guys, so that's why we have so many ornaments that are animals. So he can fit right in there, I think. Yeah, I think he can. And then I have this one, but I don't think this one is going to fit in there. Might. I don't know. I'll have to play around with this a little bit, but like I said, I might pick up another one tomorrow. So I think that'll work. Anyway, that's the way you utilize this. So now the 8 carton thing. What I was thinking for this, like I said, I don't have any small ornaments, but I do have the box to this. But I think you can fit, like, you know, you can fit other little, like maybe little specialty ornaments. I have these little things, and I used to do Black Friday shopping, and you get these at JCPenney. These little things fit in here really nicely. But I think the main thing, like I have all boys, guys, so we have lots of Star Wars and lots of tractor stuff. So like those would fit in there nicely. I do have this nativity set that I might be able to kind of lay in there. I don't know. Anyway, I think this really would work for somebody who had small ornaments. If I had more that were kind of like this, I might use it for that, but I don't think this is going to work for me this year. I wish I had another one of these. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys a tip on that. And then the last thing has to do with lights. Okay, so I have one of these, which I have all the, you know, all these little things that come with lights. I just put these in the bottom of it, but what this does is you wrap your lights around this, and then you hang them up in here. So I got this one year on like super clearance after Christmas. I think I literally got it for like $2.99. It was so cheap. But it only has 4 of these things. So and as you guys know, this year I had a larger tree, and so I had to buy, I think 3 or 4, I think it was 4 extra strings of lights. So I needed a way to contain those lights in a similar manner so they're not just in a big ball in, you know, a bag or something. So let me show you a tip I found on Pinterest. Okay, so I saw 2 different things. I saw one using a hanger, which I don't have a bunch of extra hangers, so I'm not going to do this method this year. But you just wrap the lights around the hanger. And what I do have a lot of are boxes. So you can use this to wrap your lights around and then just store them in a box. So I'm going to do that real quick and show you what it looks like. Okay, so there you go. It's all wrapped up. And what's nice is that I can take this bin that I already have, and since, I'm sorry, that was probably really loud. And since these hang up like that, there is some space on the bottom where I can actually just lay these lights in here, and I can put all the extra lights in here, and there is still space for these little guys. I always have to remember how they go in. They go in like that. For these little guys to sit on here, and it still will snap in. And if for some reason they won't all fit, that's fine. I'm going to get one more. I have a place I could put this in another bin. So anyways, so if you ever need a place to put any extra lights, or if you're just storing your lights right now in a big ball in a garbage bag, here is a nice tip that works really, really well. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all your support this holiday season and this whole year. And I hope that these tips did help you out a little bit. Like I said, these are some of these things are things I've done for years. Others are just new things that I found on Pinterest this year that I can't believe I didn't know about before. So I'm going to get to putting all the stuff away, and I hope you guys all had a great Christmas, and hope you all have a happy New Year. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.